Hello, Tutu. Hello, Tutu. Hello, Tutu. Hey, what's up, everybody? Comfort. Comfort, Simbi. How you guys doing? You're welcome to another edition of Uncle Benu Show. Yeah, we're going to have fun on this one. Happy weekend, everybody. Happy weekend in London. Happy weekend in Nigeria. Happy weekend in US, Canada, and all over the world. I hope everybody is having fun. And I do believe you are spending adequate time with the family. All right, this is Saturday. We got to roll, guys. Yeah. Yeah, Simbi. Welcome. Messi, Kendra, how you doing? You know what? It's been a while I did this. I think I have to do this today. I usually like people who turns in earlier, especially all the way from Africa. It's not easy with the internet and electricity challenges. You guys always find a way to show up in the studio as early as possible. So, Comfort, Messi, Kendra, yeah, both of you have just won data. I think you both won 2K data each. So, remind me after the show, girls. All right, hit the like button, share. Let's boss everybody into the studio. We can quickly look at this important conversation. Yeah, the conversation is very important because it got everything to do with wedding, yo. Okay, I don't know what's happening to the system. Don't act up right now. Don't do it. So today we're gonna look at some questions. We'll try to answer them. One of the question is it okay to pay $450 to attend a family's wedding ceremony? Okay, where is the VIP group? All right, let me share this in our VIP group. I know it's a busy weekend. Actually not expecting a lot of people in the studio, but we still got to do what we got to do, yo. So tell me in the chat if you are going to pay $450 to be part of your Simbi's wedding. Hey, Simbi. God bless you too, mama. All right. We have to restart this one. I don't know what's going on with this one right now. So tell me, guys, what are you guys doing? Hey, my sister Didi. Sister Didi, the Sister Didi that always asks the jam questions. I mean, no ask question today, because Sister Didi, your questions always lead to another show. Oh, I don't know where I find all these smart sisters, man. There's a way you guys will just throw in your question there, and To answer that question, we got to do another show. All right. Today's topic is very important, and I think we should try to invite friends, especially those who are free. This is weekend. People have what they got to do. So I'm just gonna record the show and leave it on the channel for those who can replay later on. But this is something we have to talk about because it's all about wedding. It's about wedding. And I think young folks are getting a lot of stuff wrong as far as wedding is concerned. Many of them think wedding is just like a walk in the park. And the way they approach weddings, it makes me wonder if they really know that marriage is not a bed of roses. So there's this dude on TikTok. The guy has been making rounds. He's like the trendy dude on TikTok right now. I'm gonna play his video and we will take it from there. So the short version of the story is that this guy says, am I tripping? That's the question he asks. And why did he ask that? He says, so my fiance and I were trying to have a wedding and we've put all preparation on top gears. We have pre-ordered the cake, we booked the reception, everything is arranged, and we have spent between 100K to 200K on this wedding. And it's our day. We expect family and friends to come celebrate with us. But then we just want them to buy a $450 ticket. And the reason we want them to buy the ticket is we want them to support us because we're going to give them a thrill. It's a wedding of a lifetime. And to his surprise, family members, especially all the people on the guest list, I think they have a guest list of about, is it 60 to 100? But about 80% of those on the guest list, they canceled. They were like, so they were like, hell no, I ain't gonna be part of this wedding. I don't have to pay $450 to attend your wedding. And I'm like, is this guy serious? So Messi says she can pay $450 if she got the money. Messi, $450, if we have to convert that to Naira, that should be somewhere around 700,000 Naira. So you're gonna pay 700,000 Naira to buy a wedding ticket? My dear, you get us a B. So that's what we're gonna consider on this show today anyway. So the dude was going off. He was like, am I tripping? Why can't family and friend pay $450 to be at our wedding? And CNBC ticket not sure. So it was like, why can't you pay $450 to be at our wedding? You guys pay $1,000 to watch Beyonce. You pay more than that to go to Chris Brown's show. So why can't y'all do that for us? Is that too much? And people came for him on TikTok. Of course, you know, TikTok is the place you find all these Delulu people with their narratives. So they came under his post and they blasted him like tomorrow, no day. And they were like, are you kidding me? I should pay to attend your wedding? Hell no. Hey, my sister Binkwe, how you doing, mama? How is it Maryland or Rhode Island? I think Big way you are in Maryland now, rich people area. You see, I can't carry me go that side though. Me, I won't chop money with you now. So people came for him on TikTok. They were like, dude, are you nuts? Are you trying to hustle us? So now you want to turn your wedding to a fundraiser? Yeah, Maryland. I got it. I know you're in Maryland, my sister. Rich people area. Nigerians and Maryland are 5 and 6. It's just like Nigerians and Dallas and Houston. I don't know what you guys see in those cities, but Nigeria won't take over all those cities. I'm just kidding. So I'm going to ask the question again. Would you pay $450 to attend a family friend's wedding? It could be a brother, a sister. Would you pay $450 to be at the wedding? So that's what we're going to look at on the show today. But first, let me play the video so you can hear it from the horse's mouth. Here we go.
Say we are getting married, right? And to be a part of our wedding, you have to pay $450 for a ticket, and that's for each guest. So we invited friends and family to our wedding. Tell me why everybody that we invited has declined the invitation. We already have spent 100, maybe almost close to $200,000 on the wedding. We have already pre-ordered the cake. We already put down a deposit for the venue. We've already got the wedding dress, everything. We pay for everything for the wedding, DJ, photographer, everything for the wedding. And what I don't understand is that y'all spend 400 more money on stupid stuff, but you can't come out to support your family and your friends at a wedding. Like, tell me if I'm wrong. Tell it, like, is we wrong? We like, let me know. Let me know. Because y'all pay for tickets, Beyonce tickets, $1,000 tickets. Y'all going to go meet Chris Brown for $1,000 something. But when it comes to your friends and your family, you can't pay the ticket. Like, these weddings ain't cheap. Like, the weddings ain't cheap. Like what's going on? Like, I don't get it. Like, let us know, are we wrong for charging for a wedding? Like, I really, really want to know. All right, TikTok, tell me if I'm tripping or not.
Let's hear it again.
Me and my fiance, we are getting married, right? And to be a part of our wedding, you have to pay $450 for a ticket.
All right. This time I'm gonna play it and react to it so we can all be on the same page. So what Dude is saying here is that, okay, TikTok, am I tripping? Tell me. Me and my lady, we are having our wedding and we invited family and friends to be at our wedding. But for them to be part of the wedding, they're going to have to pay $450. So that's what this dude is saying. When I played a brief of this yesterday, the first thing that my sister said, I think it was Sister Misty. Misty was the first to say, what manner of entitlement? The entitlement is entitling. So that's what he said right there. He said, am I tripping? Please tell me. Me and my fiance, we're having our wedding and we invited family and friends, and for you to attend the wedding, you're going to have to pay $450. Let's take a listen.
And that's for each guest. Okay. So we invited friends and family to our wedding. Tell me why everybody that we invited has declined the invitation.
Okay. So that is the first challenge right there for him. He couldn't understand how or why everybody they invited declined the invitation. So first, let's do a quick math here. If they invited 60 guests, because most American marriages, especially in Black communities, they really don't have huge crowd. Even in white communities, even worse. White people can have a wedding and invite maybe just 30, 40 people, and that's it, wedding is done. And for those in Nigeria or other part of Africa, please understand that things are different. In Africa, if you're having a wedding and you invite 100 people, you should expect 200, because they will always come with 1+. And there's going to be people you don't even invite, and they just heard that wedding is going down, they're going to show up, And also, there are people who don't know you, the bride or the groom. They don't even know your family. They don't know your dad, your mom. Nothing. They're just going and they see that, oh, people are here. There's a wedding reception going on here. They've seen BB cars and everything. And they just go to their houses, wear good clothes. And the next thing, the wedding list is increasing. The guest list is rising to the roof. So, but in America, and I don't know about UK, but I think they do something similar in UK. It's strictly by invitation. And if you invited 60 people, 100 people, those are the ones you plan to care for. So let's do a quick math. We're going to work with the assumption that this guy actually invited 60 guests. So if 60 guests paid $450 each, that's going to be $27,000. $27,000. Hey. Now, you know, we African men now, we like to do quick math. So if I have to convert this to my Nigerian money, how much would that be? Times 1,570 naira per dollar, because that is what we have in this day and age of Tinubu. So this dude would have made 42,390,000 naira from the wedding guest. Blood of Jesus. I need to drink water on this thing. So that's what he's saying. Everybody, you got to pay $450 to be at the wedding. And he said, why are they canceling? Why are people canceling? Because all the guests, they are canceling on him. They were like, you know what? Thank you. I want to show up. Bye. And now he's in shock. Let's continue.
He already have spent 100, maybe almost close to $200,000 on the wedding. We have already pre-ordered the cake. We already put down a deposit for the venue. We've already got the wedding dress, everything. We pay for everything for the wedding, DJ, photographer, everything for the wedding. And what I don't understand is that y'all spend $400 more money on stupid stuff, but you can't come out to support your family and your friends at a wedding. Like,
okay. Bingpe, please help me. Bingpe and other sisters or brothers in the chat. Is this not gaslighting? Is this not what you guys describe as gaslighting? Help my career, Biko. Because I think right now, he's not taking the rejection lightly and he chooses to gaslight them. Why would you people show up? You people are witch and wizard. Why are you counseling on me and my baby girl? So, hey, CC in the building. So tell me, guys, is this not gaslighting? Saying, why would you guys show up? After all, you guys, hey, man of prestige, the big man himself is in the building. Babao, Twale. Yeah, guys, I've told you guys, follow Man of Prestige if you want to learn. Oh, this marriage journey is not easy. Oh. You need somebody to guide you ahead. And my chairman is doing that free of charge every day on his YouTube channel. So there are tons of videos you can watch in order for you to learn. Oh, even me, I've been in marriage for how many years now? I still go there, learn every day. And I'll come to that later. I've learned a lot from Man of Prestige channel. Hey, I'm from my sisters there. In fact, they don't help reset my brain. I know they like this before. Even not before, Nagbaz goes all the time. But after listening to Man of Prestige, listening to my sisters, and they stood on business, and I get to see what they're talking about. Come on, man. Everybody, you got to be a Man of Prestige. That's why every video I always reference and I always tell you guys to go and learn. It's not good to have this opportunity to learn from people who actually took their time, spend money to get the certificate, to get the knowledge and dishing it out. And for those who are actually in a very complicated situation in their relationship now, you have to take the advantage of Man of Prestige consultation period, talk to him. And I've told you guys before, Man of Prestige is like, I think he should have been a pastor. His level of patience, I never, even me, sometimes when I go to Man of Prestige and after I don't disturb my brother, I'll come back again and say, Ben, when I go Yahweh, How you go there, you just drag, come out. But man of prayer will be patient. He will be patient, he will listen, and then he will just break it down. So, Baba, shout out to you and God bless you for all you do, my brother. So, coming down to this, our bro here, and like just like I'm analyzing the video right now. First, he said we want everybody to buy a ticket of $450 if they want to be part of our wedding. Two, he was shocked that the guests are actually declining the invitation, and now he's gaslighting them. But I think that is what they call gaslighting. Well, thank God, Sisi and everybody don't dare. Now help me. Tell me if this is not gaslighting. Take a listen.
We've already got the wedding dress, everything. We pay for everything for the wedding, DJ, photographer, everything for the wedding. And what I don't understand is that y'all spend $400 more money on stupid stuff, but you can't come out to support your family and your friends at a wedding. Like, tell me if I'm wrong. Tell it, like, is we wrong? We like let me know. Because y'all pay for tickets, Beyonce tickets, $1,000 tickets. Y'all going to go meet Chris Brown for $1,000 something. But when it comes to your friends and your family, you can't pay the ticket. Like, these weddings ain't cheap. Like the weddings ain't cheap. Like what's going on? Like, I don't get it. Like, let us know, are we wrong for charging for a wedding? Like, I really, really want to know. All right,
okay. Okay, that's it. So help me out. Sisi, please. Is that not gaslighting? Help my career. Let me even share the link so we can look at this thing together real quick. Weekend is always my busy day. As I'm speaking to you right now, I have to cover an event later today. That's why you see me in my professional attire when I leave this place. Now to enter street, go find money. So Sisi and my sister Didi, everybody, please help me out. Is this guy not gaslighting his family? So we're looking at two things. First, are you going to pay to attend a wedding that you are invited to? The way they do some stuff in this America, the thing they scatter my head. I don't just understand them at all. Eh? Yeah. Man of Prestige say, but wedding are full production now. Yeah, I get it, Baba. But what I don't understand is why tasking. This is like frisking your family member for money. It be like say he carry Luga face that's your money or your life. That's how it looks to me. It seems to me, or make I no lie. Hey Sisi, what's up, my sister? How you doing?
Hey Ben, I'm good. Happy Saturday. How's everyone?
Oh, everyone is doing fine. Your baby
good.
Out as usual.
UK is sunny and bright, so I'm not gonna stay long. But before, let me jump into the studio. This begging for money for wedding, I think is embarrassing. It's very Are you not embarrassed? It's embarrassing.
I wonder, my sister.
Listen, if I can't afford to do something, the last thing I'm going to do is ask other people to fund that thing that I'm trying to do. A wedding. If you can't afford to marry, then go and do something that your budget can afford. Go to the courthouse. I don't know. Go just book a restaurant, take a few family and friends. But when people try to overdo on other people's pocket, that's so bloody irritating. Yeah. It's very irritating. If you're trying to do a big wedding that you can't afford and you have the cheek and audacity to ask me to pay to attend your wedding, best believe don't send me any invitation. I'm not coming. Exactly. I'm not that desperate to attend wedding. So what happens when the wedding doesn't hold after 1 year? Are we getting our money back?
Imagine, I don't know. In these days,
are we getting our money back? I need to start a business where I will start an insurance company for wedding guests. I'm tired. Do you know how many weddings I've attended and the wedding has scattered after 1 year, 2 years? After I've spent money for travel, spend money to do hair, spend money for makeup, go eat their food, and then the marriage is ended after 2 years. Please run me back my money and my time that I wasted attending your wedding.
Cynthia, did you just ease? Did you ease?
I hate because that's very irritating. It's very irritating. No, don't ask me for money to do your wedding.
First of all, hello Cynthia, and hello.
Hey, MVP.
Yeah, but you're paying for the production.
In the building.
I'm not paying for any production. You can send me the video. I'll watch the video. I didn't ask to do a production.
You're paying for the experience, the jollof rice.
No, thank you. There's rice at home. Have you heard that saying? There's rice at home. I make very bomb jollof. I'll eat my jollof at home and hear the story from other people.
But
I
seriously,
don't think it's
people
embarrassing. I think if it's not your family, if it's not your immediate family, if they can contribute, fine. But it shouldn't be by force, because most people, when somebody's getting married, if it's your family, they'll be like, oh, what can I do to assist? Maybe I can help you pay for this, pay for that. But if you're begging your guests to pay $350, how much? $350 to attend your wedding.
But
Come on.
Cynthia, people already pay for Asoebi now.
450. No, absolutely not.
No, people already pay for Asoebi though.
Yep.
On top of 450. On top of 450.
In the case of this American thing, I won't lie to you. I don't know, maybe because I'm a Nigerian, it is shocking for me how they organize and stage their wedding ceremonies at times. I remember, I think it was like my first year in America. A friend of my wife was having a wedding, so we were invited as couples. And when we got to the venue, I saw the food and everything, the drinks, and as Niger man now, I just go straight say, make I dish myself a plate. When I got there, the server is like, we have the can I get your card? A plate is $40.
Jesus.
Like, what? For what?
They're charging.
MOP, I was shocked. That was the first time in my life.
Wait, sorry, did you say at a wedding?
Wedding. In this Texas here.
That is bold.
I'm like, what? My wife begin to laugh by myself. I could not drop the plate, JJ. Meanwhile, we said that time, the work where the work self. Now hardly I would say $700 in a month.
Well, at least it's not by force, Sha, to go to. It's not by force to go to that person's wedding.
It's not by force, so that's why this one is very interesting to me, and that's why I'm asking that. Will you accept that kind of invitation? Hey, MOP Baba, tell me, you go accept that kind of invitation? Say, maybe you pay $450 because of say somebody won't do wedding.
Baba, I don't know. It depends on the person, because
the person.
Yeah, it depends, but
is nobody. Sorry, maybe my kids. Even my kids wouldn't do that. I'm not paying for grown ass people that have decided to get married's wedding. I'm not.
But didn't we say that about Asoebis are outrageous these days? How much they
even Asoebi, but it's your choice. You don't have to. You don't have to attend wedding by force. Some people feel like they must attend wedding. If you don't want to buy Asoebi, stay your ass at home.
Yes.
You don't need to attend. You can watch and hear the feedback from other people.
But the question is that will you go? Will you go to the wedding?
I wouldn't go to the wedding. Absolutely not.
But you do pay Asoebi. You pay for Asoebi and go to Asoebi weddings, right?
I would only pay for Asoebi if I know the person very. If it's a close person. But Asoebi is not £450 or dollars.
It can be dollars. There are people that pay $500 for
Asoebi. I would only pay that money for somebody that is very close. If it's like somebody very close to me, it's not every invitation you accept, because I know that that's a big amount of money I'm gonna spend, right? So that would only be for like a best friend, a very close cousin. Like people, there's limited people. It's not every single person that will invite me to their wedding I will attend and buy Asoebi. No, it's not. I'll send my wedding gift and my best wishes, and that's it. I'm not buying 450 Asoebi every weekend. Hell no.
Okay, Sisi, I think I get MOP's point, because even right here in the US, I've seen people paid as much as $500 for Asoebi before. I cover a lot of weddings and a lot of Nigeria weddings. I remember there's this particular wedding I covered. The bride's mom, she's a very rich woman, a Yoruba woman. She's, in fact, one of my biggest auntie right here in Austin. The Asoebi for the wedding was like, I think $450. And then they have some other stuff, because everything was customized, some from Dubai, some from Nigeria. And people turned out, they bought a lot of it. However, auntie herself, she always buy.
Exactly.
she supported a lot of people.
You're part of the club. You have to support everybody.
Yeah, I wasn't
Just like they'll
surprised
support
about
you.
that at all. Real quick, I see Honey Babe is here, Simbi is here. I'm going to ask a couple of questions, but let me do this quick because I kept telling people you have to go and subscribe to Man of Prestige, especially young men and women. You need to be here and learn every day. I'm sharing the link again, so you can take just 30 seconds, click the link, subscribe, come back and join because you have to learn. The world has become a global place now, and before you know it, you can be in Nigeria, your spouse might be in US, London, Canada, anywhere, and communication, how to go about the relationship might become a challenging stuff to you guys. You need somebody who understands all the dynamics of marriage, couple, even personal growth to help you. Go watch Man of Prestige videos and learn. I'm telling you right now, I've been married almost, I think by April next year, I will be 15 years in marriage. And I
congrats.
Yeah, thank you. I still learn every day from Man of Prestige. I be coconut head though, and that's why I give my brother a lot of credit.
It's okay.
I thought you said we shouldn't call you. You can't speak for yourself. I'm not in the coconut head club. Thank you.
Especially Cynthia. Especially
no,
Cynthia. We're
never.
all coconut heads.
Never.
Me, I admit my own. I be coconut head. I won't lie. I go
No,
argue.
me, I'm not. Thank you.
Man of Prestige has won.
If you're not a coconut head, you won't come to Man of Prestige. I only attract coconut heads because initially they want to argue with me. It's because I'm a coconut head myself too. So it's okay. Drink water, Cynthia.
Prestige has won my respect because every time when we go back and forth, we're patient, we will analyze. And the funny thing is, I think even the ladies don't even understand that men do things differently. Sometimes when me and Man of Prestige go back and forth on this show, and the next day we are cool, we are going again. We're like, shout, people, you are okay.
Just brotherhood behavior, standard behavior. I wish women could be like that. It would be nice.
We don't want women to be like that. We like women to be women.
Why?
Thank you.
Okay, you
we
definitely
like
coconut behavior.
Yeah, we want women to be women. We don't want them to be men.
No, we should adopt that behavior, squashing things immediately. It's not that deep, as they say. But no, we'll carry that thing. We'll carry it.
All right, Simbi, you're gonna hang out with me for the longest. Simbi, since you are part of the production team. Honey Babe, what's your take on this thing? I beg. This 450.
Hey, Honey Babe.
Hi, babe. Hey, everybody. Good evening, everyone.
Hello, Honey Babe from UK.
Hi, Man of Prestige. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Hi, everybody. I'm good, though. This is the one finish me. This 6 weeks holiday is doing my head in. I'm cooking non-stop. And then, boy, they can't stop eating. Honestly, even when I finish this, I have to go to Aldi now and do shopping again. Wow. Anyway, regarding this thing, I'm of the opinion you are inviting us to celebrate the coming together of two people. You've made a decision to get married. You've decided the budget that you want to do your wedding. Why am I paying for it?
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, if you know that you can't afford wedding, generally go to registry office. In my borough, in Essex, how much is it? Less than £100.
You go get Chinese and enjoy and go home and sleep.
My mum is getting married next year. She said she's doing registry locally and then maybe 20 people. Now I know that's a second wedding, but if you need to charge people, what's this, $450? You can't afford your wedding. You obviously cannot afford your wedding. So what I would say to you is that you need to basically cut your expenses down and have a wedding that you can afford. Why would you be so
have a wedding later? Have a wedding later.
My friend, her husband is now a barrister. When her husband was training, she was a business analyst. It was only one salary because, as you know, law school and everything was expensive. They didn't have a wedding. They had a registry, and their parents gave them 15 or 20 grand almost 20 years ago to buy a house. This guy is a fully fledged barrister. You understand? They now decided 5 or 6 years later to have a massive wedding, which they could afford. So what I'm saying is that if you know you can't afford a wedding, you need to reduce your budget. Why would you want other people to subsidize your wedding? That's just, the audacity of it is just incredible.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if they divorce after that time, are they going to refund all the guests the money back?
Do I get a refund? Yeah. Do I get a refund then?
Refund me. Send me my money.
Yeah. It's a wedding. We're celebrating you coming together. 2 people becoming one. We are supposed to be celebrating you. Why are we paying for it? It's like I'm having a party and I invite all of you. Yeah. And I now say to you, right, can you basically put money in my account? I want to do a party and I'm inviting you guys to come to celebrate with me. You see my analogy here?
Yeah.
Like you're doing a kids party and you're like, oh, I'm going to charge everybody for your
That
kids.
don't make
I'm
no
going to charge
sense.
everybody £200 each to come. How many people are going to come to that wedding? You're going to be like,
Exactly.
why the hell would you be charging
you've
me
got
for
kids.
your party?
Obviously you all know I've done parties before. I remember my son's 10th birthday. We did a racing track. Me and the dad paid almost £500 for 12 of his friends. Did we charge them? No, because it's a party to celebrate my son's birthday and I wanted him to invite his friends. I did not charge any one of those parents.
Yeah. And for me personally, I don't know, maybe because I'm a Yoruba, I usually have problem with people who you stage an event and you want to make money out of it. If you are having a fundraiser, it's a different board game. If you want a fundraiser, you want people to support you on a different thing. But when you are hosting a party and you expect to make profit out of it, I have problem with that. I don't know. As Yorubas, MOP is here. MOP should know what I'm talking about right now. In Yoruba, when we have party, we are invited you to come and eat and celebrate with us. We already have our budget. We already have made preparation for everything. Now, when you come around and then you spray money, you brought gifts and all that, we appreciate it. But we don't stage party with that mindset that,
collecting back the money.
Yeah. We spent $20,000. We should make 30,000 from this party. It's absurd as far as I'm concerned. Now, let's shift this conversation to something else because I asked somebody. Yes, sir.
Sorry, I have to say this. So I spent, this is 17 years ago. I spent $80,000 of my own money on my own wedding. I regret it all.
1,000?
I regret it all, Baba. This one that Cynthia is saying, I don't understand. If I was to do it all over again,
you will charge.
Yeah.
At least 75% of that will come from people. If we can't do that,
why? Why do you need to have a wedding for £80,000?
You should have done registry. Simple registry.
I have another option. Okay, thank you, Honey Bay. I have the other option of just going straight to the registry. You know how much the registry costs me?
Yes.
Do you know how much the registry cost me in my city?
How much?
$26.
No way.
Fantastic.
For real. Wow. There you go.
And a witness.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Money saving. Work hard, not smart.
I want to say I got married.
If I was spending $80,000 for a wedding production for you guys to come and eat jollof rice, you will pay. That's what I'm trying to say. If I was to do it all over again, that's what I'm saying.
But the thing is,
don't invite me.
We won't come. We won't come. I don't have that type of money. I wanted to say that in my situation, it didn't make sense because I paid, I contributed, but my parents contributed as well. My ex-husband then did not contribute much, but I think we paid almost, was it 30K or 40K for a wedding that did not even last 1 year? You see the nonsense of that. Yes, I told you that my marriage did not last long. So you see the nonsense of paying that much money. And then it didn't even last a year. So for me, what I would advise anybody is that if you're going to be spending weddings, spend it wisely. Like I gave in the example, my friend, because her husband was training to be a barrister, she thought smart, did the registry, waited a few years, and she's reaping it now because it was a massive wedding.
And can you
You understand
imagine
what I'm
all the
saying?
people that you invited to your wedding if you charged them £450 and then your wedding fell apart after 6 months?
Within a year, they'll all be asking, yeah,
Personally, for me, I would not
you
be
are for
speaking to you. I'd
refunds,
ask you
innit?
to run me my money back.
Thank
Like,
you.
what the
Thank
hell?
you, CC. Everybody will be calling me. I want my money back.
I
Come
want
on.
my money back.
Totally. I agree with you in that situation. Totally.
Talk of
Yeah.
America, where you people, you'll be suing each other for everything, left, right, and center. You'll have so many small claims court summons to come to court to run people back their money for this wedding that didn't hold. No, absolutely not. Please
Can I
don't
just
beg.
say
It's
that?
not nice.
Can I just say that the way of asking people for money for celebrations is not unique. I have been to many many things. Oh, let's go for dinner, and someone is celebrating a birthday. I know CC can testify to this, and at the end, we're all
Everybody
you have to
paying.
pay your own. Why are you inviting me to a birthday dinner and then I have to pay? That is, I don't know if you've heard of that, Brother Ben, but that is the new thing in the
No,
UK.
that's the norm in America. If you come to
Oh,
somebody's
so it's not just
dinner,
the
you
UK then.
expect
Okay.
It's not just
it,
the
yeah.
UK.
I'm telling you, I experienced that.
I think unless it's a kids' party, it
Yeah.
depends. I think people have stopped doing that. If you come to a birthday, you pay your own. Unless it's a
Really?
party. If it's a party, if it's a dinner, I've hardly seen people pay for everybody to have dinner. No, you come to dinner, but
No, they
it's
bring the
it's
bill
an
Pay
yourself.
invitation. An invitation you can accept or you can decline.
Yeah.
It's not by
Yeah,
force, you
that's
know.
true. That's true.
All right.
Obviously, sorry, I'll let you speak.
Yeah. Man of Prestige, help me out here with something. Just for the benefit of those watching, so they can learn. You know me, always street street approach. When I look at this guy's situation yesterday, and I was interviewing one of my guests, I actually have it on my phone, and we spoke about this situation as well as other stuff. Something tells me that these guys, they really don't understand the implication of staging a wedding you can't afford and expecting people to pay. Now, Baba, as an expert, do you think people who want to spend so much on a wedding and they actually don't have the resources to do that, do you think they should even get married in the first place? Because it's like that. Just to me, the way I'm looking at it is like, do you guys think this wedding thing is this marriage thing is a very easy thing, that you want to spend so much money to the point that you're going to be borrowing? Because I don't get it. I bet, Baba, help me look at that angle. What would you recommend?
So my own take, right, is that as we move into the next 20 to 50 years, we need to adjust ourselves when it comes to this wedding stuff. And those of you that are wedding vendors, you might not even like what I'm about to say, but you will like it better. You know, the alternative to it. I think when people are getting married for the first time, they really need to slow all the way down to a small ceremony, 10 at most 20 people. Like just go and do obviously spend more money on preparing for the marriage than you spend on the wedding. The culture of spending more money on the wedding than people spend on the marriage itself initially, as we've seen, that has been crashing on our faces since the beginning of wedding, and it's getting worse and worse because weddings are getting more expensive too. People are paying $250, $300 per head. If you have 300 guests at a big wedding, Vicky James type wedding, and you're spending $200 per head, if you do the math, that's easily $50,000 to $80,000 on the hall, just the hall, right? That does not involve your dress. Obviously, there's a dress has to match that. Everything else have to match that, and then forget all the even the guests that will show up. They also spend a certain amount of money to come to your wedding, right? It's just a lot of money that are buried into that one event. And what we know is that most of them are crashing faster than ever before. So I think we're going to see more. I'm going to personally push for that people should have 10 to 20 guests, very close relative, just simply announce that we're now married. And then and then start building a family, you can, if you want to spend big money on white wedding type situation, wait until your 10th anniversary.
Yeah,
Wait
that's a
until
good
your
one.
20th anniversary. All the
Yes.
vendors can get paid
Yes.
at that time. There's going to be more than enough events that vendors, that we can set up a full-blown production, and if you want to charge them too to come and see you dressed in a white dress and perform for them that day too, that's fine. At least they know you've been in the wedding for a while, and then Cynthia will not be coming to ask you for her money back.
Absolutely. If anybody, that's exactly what I'm doing for my wedding. I've always said I want a small, intimate wedding. All these big, fancy weddings where you just invite people that don't know you, they don't know your partner, they just come to eat rice and take up space. It's never been my thing. So I know 100% my wedding, it's going to be very intimate, very small. And I'm more interested about I'll spend money on honeymoon. That's what I'm interested in, not the actual wedding day.
Exactly.
I want to spend the money
I'm
on the
pushing
honeymoon.
for that. Now I'm pushing for, so any premarital counseling that I'm doing now, I'm encouraging them to do something small.
Yeah, something small, intimate, beautiful.
Yeah.
Even on I've always wanted destination wedding on the beach, very relaxed vibes, few friends, few family. I'm good. That's me. I love it. Sunshine.
It makes sense.
And then that's it. And then if you have a 10-year anniversary, you can have a really nice celebratory party. But even that, no. For me, I've always wanted something small, intimate. So I'm letting Obodo fam and Prestige fam, MOP, everybody know that's my wedding. So if you don't get invites, please don't be offended. I said I want small wedding.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Don't be offended. We'll announce it, and then you can send gifts to the house. We'll give you an address where you can send gifts to the house. Yeah.
Well, the funny thing is I agree with you, man of prestige, but because of social media, everybody's trying to outdo each other. You're seeing the latest wedding, on all the blogs. It's all very well saying that, but everybody wants to keep up with the Joneses. I've had many friends of mine that have literally got out 50 or 60 grand loans, remortgaged their house. I'm not joking, girl.
For wedding.
Remortgaged their house just for a wedding. You know what I mean? And then they broke up because of money issues, because they couldn't even pay the loan back. That's one example. I'm not generalizing.
I don't understand that. I don't understand why you would take a loan for your wedding and enter wedding with debt. It's crazy to me.
It's mad. It's totally mad.
A lot of people don't realize the mental pressure that they put on themselves before the wedding. They don't understand.
Before the marriage.
Yeah, before the marriage, rather.
Yes.
They have no idea. Of course, they can't point a finger at it because it's not tangible, right? So they have all this other stress. They are stressed out before the wedding, and then they start fighting. And before you know it, you have no idea that person is angry because of how much money they've buried into a one-time event production.
Exactly.
And keep in mind that as Yoruba people, we're talking about 3 different events, right? We're talking about the church wedding. We're talking about, maybe we shouldn't count that, but the reception and the traditional wedding, both of them are separate events that comes with different outfits, different everything, So it's I'm pushing for that personally. I know people will say, but you did your own. Why are you telling people not to do their own? I was like, okay,
You're gonna learn.
You're gonna learn.
The funny thing, obviously I'm based in the UK, and as much as I'm in, I have a Nigerian community. I have a lot of Caucasian and other friends from other cultures, and to them, they're not really bothered. They would go to registry; it's a normal thing for them. And they will have maybe 10 or 15 friends and they're good to go. There's no emphasis on spending more than they could. They will literally go to a Chinese or Indian restaurant with 10 of their friends as reception and they're good to go. So I think we need to get to the idea that you don't have to spend thousands and thousands of pounds or dollars for a wedding. If you definitely can't afford it, you can do what Mana Peshtin said, do a registry, and then 5 or 10 years later, do a big celebration. Why put yourself in debt? It's not worth it.
Yeah. Just to support what MOP said, this is one of the numerous wedding ceremonies I've covered here. I'm actually on my own business channel right now. This is a 30 years wedding anniversary.
You see?
Don't worry.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful. I love it. I
Yeah,
love
this
it. I
this
love
is
it.
a 30 years wedding anniversary.
Yeah.
And the children, oh, I think they're gonna call me later. The children are all graduates now.
It's beautiful. Love it.
They're all graduates now.
That's what I'm pushing for, Uncle Ben. No, I'm pushing. Let me even add on to it. I'm pushing for bring $10,000 to me and go through Prestige Marriage Academy for 1 year.
Mhm.
We spend another $50 or less on one witness. Obviously I can be your witness. You spend $50 at the city house, right? You get married, and then you go through the first 1 year is gonna be rough because this is two people coming together to do life. It's not just about being perfect. This thing called marriage can be rough, because you have two people coming from two different backgrounds. So if you do the alternative, which is somebody is going to say he's selling his market, yes, I am. Right. So if you put the pressure, right, and you put that on top of the fact that you spent all this money, it doesn't matter if you do in Nigeria, by the way, it's just as expensive in Nigeria, if not more expensive, as a matter of fact. If you put all that pressure on yourself, it adds up. The second year, you guys will drag each other. That's just what's going to happen. And then when you consider all the money that's being drained through the basket just because of this, it even pisses you off even more. But what I'm saying is that people should just calm down with this marriage thing. I'm looking at the chat, right? Somebody said, let me see. Oh, shout out to Sanusi. If they don't have resources for the wedding, it's not compulsory to get married.
Exactly.
See the focus on wedding. She's talking about married. No, Uncle Ben, no, wait, though. She's talking about married, and she put it in the same breath as wedding. Those are two different things. Those are two different things.
Okay, wedding and marriage are two different things.
Yes.
I think it's not the same.
It's not. It's not. Trust me, we will all laugh on your wedding. Even I know. Let me tell you something. My own mentor, who is also my pastor, right? He on their I think I think their own was actually a 5-year anniversary. It was given as I said 10 years anniversary, right? They were doing 5-year anniversary. They fought. They fought on that day.
Hey.
And they almost canceled the event.
Are you serious, MOP?
Yes.
What happened to me? I fought when we were doing our registry in Nigeria. I fought my ex-husband. It happened. Yeah, it's nothing new.
Here in New York, they fought. We were all at the anniversary years ago, and everybody was smiling, but they were actually not on the same page that day. That's at 5 years old.
You see, I just want to show you guys the children. I just passed them right now. I just passed the children. They will come back again. You will see the children are grown. They even have grandbabies now. And this hall, just like MOP said, this particular hall, this is Radisson, downtown Dallas.
That's easily $200 per head. Easily.
Baba,
this is really nice.
To use this hall, you are paying $50,000 per night.
Easily.
This hall. 50K. I've covered like close to 10 events in this hall alone now in Dallas.
And it's beautiful too. I think in Dallas, right? I think my cousin's wedding was at this hall. I think it was.
Very beautiful hall, but so expensive. But what I'm saying is that just like MOP said, you can just do a small wedding now, have peace. When you guys are settled, you've made your money and everything, then scatter the whole place.
Exactly.
Be smart.
Yes. And by that time, you're a part of a club. The club wants to support you. Even people will want to donate and help you with the wedding too. Like, where can we come in? People will start. You have your network, and you can afford it if you want to pay for it by yourself.
You see, Baba, these people that wear white now, this is one of the numerous clubs the husband belongs to. They are called the Megas. In fact, I'm covering their induction today. Once I finish this show now, I'll head down to Dallas and they go cover that. These are the children, the 4 children from the marriage.
Summertime. This is what they live for in summertime. This is it right here.
Just like you said, that club, they are called the Megas. They are like social club in Dallas, the biggest Nigerian social club in Dallas. All the men there, they don't hold money, better money day.
Yes.
So you are throwing this kind of wedding and everything, you don't even feel it. You can easily spend $100,000.
They plan the thing for 5 years, Seth.
And the husband is a pharmacist. She herself, I think she's nurse practitioner or something.
Yeah, they're both professionals.
They're
There's more than
good.
enough professionals in their network too. Yeah.
You see, their daughter and the 3 sons. You see, so I don't get why people want to have a wedding and you want to break bank.
Because they want to be like Vicky James and Sharon Roger. That's why.
Yeah, we want to show off. We want to show off. The thing is, I'm all about, if you want to flex, have money. If you don't have the money, respect yourself and just do it according to your budget.
Right?
Yeah.
This girl, my paddy is here. Simbi, you are in Nigeria. You people are the one who can cut an arm and a leg for wedding. So Simbi, tell me, would you spend too much on a wedding just to pepper them? Are you there, Simbi?
Simbi, be honest, though.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
All right. Would you spend an arm and a leg to have expensive wedding, my dear? She's gone. No, Nigeria network.
No, I'm here. Network is just.
Yeah. Do you hear my question?
Yes, you said if I want a luxurious wedding.
Yes. Do you want one?
Absolutely not. Not in this economy. No.
So if you have to give us like a budget, what would be your wedding budget?
Let's say 2 to 3 million Nigerian naira. Anybody will not serious, make person nervous.
You are not even ready. That 2 to 3 million won't even hire photographer.
How much is that in? How much is that in dollars?
In dollars,
dollars.
MOP, that's about $2,000.
About $2,000. Oh, yeah.
I don't want to impress anybody. I'm an Igbo woman now. Business.
$2,000 is not bad. Family can put that together real quick.
Yeah. I think just like you said,
can be a registry, right? I mean, I don't know how much is in UK, but you can use that for a registry and a reception.
I think they go to Ikoyi registry, right, Simbi?
Yes.
Yeah, that's where I went to. Yeah, I went there for my wedding. Yeah, I know it.
Okay, how much does it cost to go to Ikoyi registry now? Anybody with any idea? I went there for my own wedding too, and that was a long time ago. I think I paid.
How much is it now? Mine was 2014, almost 10 years ago now.
Hey D, you're welcome, D. Simbi, do you know how much it costs? Or you will find out for me.
No.
Can you help me find out how much Ikoyi registry costs in Lagos?
Internet says 40,000 naira.
40,000 naira. Jesus Christ of Nazareth.
Yeah, I said below 50K. Yeah, I said below 50K.
Wow. When we did ours, I think we only spent like maybe 5,000 naira or something. No.
Wait, on what the dollar? What was the currency with dollar at that time?
Oh, I think at that time dollar is like 320. 329.
Of course now. Of course. Of course. You know, everything is based on dollars in Nigeria.
All right. Just as we're rounding up now, there is this conversation I had yesterday. I'm going to upload that one later. And I asked my guest a question because she has a son of 25 years old. She's doing an amazing job. And I asked her, based on the way American children like to stage wedding, something is common here in America. I don't know about UK. A lot of the children here in America, when they want to get married, they are relying on their parents to sponsor their wedding. I don't know if it's happening in Maryland and your area, MOP, but here it's very, very common. In fact, those who are Nigerian children, if you as a parent, you say, oh, I want you to have a traditional wedding so that I can bring my kids and everything. The children will just tell you, you know what, Dad, you can have your traditional wedding. I'm going to be there. Me and my wife will be there, but I ain't spending no money. So the parents are the one who ends up spending money for traditional wedding. But what I found common among Americans generally, they expected their parent to sponsor their wedding. You will see them, it's common for them to say, oh, my dad paid for our wedding ceremony, and then the bride's parent might be the one that will pay for the honeymoon and stuff like that. And it kind of creates this sense of entitlement. That's just from my own personal opinion. It's like they all expected that when they're having wedding, the parent, they got to sponsor it. So my question is this: as Africans, are we going to do the same thing? Are we going to be the one to sponsor our children's wedding? Because for me, I am not paying. I am not sponsoring my wedding. No. So let's take it one step at a time. MOP will round it up for us. So, honey babe, you go first.
The funny thing you say that my parents did exactly that, because I wanted a registry. They were like, I'm the eldest child, blah, 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 blah. They want to spot. I'm like, do you, man? If you got the money, go for it. So I've been in that situation. Obviously, I have 2 sons. My thing is that if they decide they want to do a registry, if I have the funds, I will do it. But it's their decision. If they say to me, Mommy, can you help me? And I have the money, why not? If I don't, then it's a different factor. But I think there has to be dialogue in terms of having that conversation, because you can't just assume that every single child will want their parents to pay. My sister's not married. My brother's getting married and he's paying. He's the second child. I'm the first. He's paying for everything. My parents are not paying for jack. So it really depends.
But must it be mandatory?
No, it's not mandatory. I just told you my situation. What happened is that I wanted a registry because I was the eldest child. My mum was like, we need to show, typical mentality. I wasn't too happy about it, and I don't know why I agreed, but she ended up coughing up almost 40 grand between her and my dad. But it's not mandatory. It's not mandatory. You can say no.
All right. Sisi, the same question. Would you pay for your children's wedding? Either boy or girl?
I'll pay for it if I can afford it. Why not? At least it'll give them like I would want them to focus on other things, financial things, that maybe getting a house. But to be honest, I'd prefer to give them money for a property as opposed to giving them money for something that's just one day.
Fully correct.
But if they needed the money and they couldn't afford it, depending on not all this lavish thing, but if they couldn't afford it at the time and me and my husband can afford it, then I mean, why not?
Sorry,
It's your
Uncle
kids,
Beno,
isn't it?
I have to run.
No, Allah, Baba.
Yeah, I have to run.
Before you go, Baba, hold on, Sisi, please. MOP, what's your take on this one before you go, please?
On the who's spending money, if you have a daughter, it's your responsibility to sponsor the wedding. But that's a cultural thingy, right? It doesn't have to be. If you're trying to be congruent with the culture, it's your responsibility. But in reality, it's just like when people say, is the husband responsible to spend money on the rent and 100%? But in reality, we find out that a lot of women are sponsoring the family, right? It's the same thing. It's the same thing, right? The reality is that it's the responsibility of the father of the bride to run things when it comes to in many cultures, but just keep an open mind. In terms of being an entitlement, if it's already coming from a place of entitlement, everybody's just stop everything and let's realign, because that entitlement thing, if you start the whole thing like that, it's gonna just get nasty. But I think from my culture, is the bride's father who is really running a lot of things. But I've also seen that people will say, no, that's just the traditional. That the wedding, everybody, the couple themselves is responsible. And oftentimes, you have a situation where you say it's the father that will run things, but they're not allowed to bring a certain amount of guests. This thing, that's why I said people should just push it to the anniversary, because this thing causes a lot of drama in families. I'm telling you. I was just having a conversation with my brother yesterday. This thing like, this is the amount of people, you can bring a plus one. Imagine you have a 38-year-old woman who said, I'm bringing a plus one, and you're asking the person, have they proposed to you? It becomes very trigger.
Yeah. Hello, MOP. I think MOP is driving now. Anyway, I think MOP is driving. Baba, they busy. Clients plenty. All right. CC, MOP will boss us, but he will let us know when he's back. But he has to go. I know. So CC, what's your take? Do you say you're gonna pay for the wedding?
Yeah. If the kids can't afford the wedding, or they want a certain type of wedding, and I can afford it, yeah, I'll pay for it.
Hold on.
Sorry,
go on.
I'll round up. Everybody, take care. Have a great weekend. You can tell I'm using my phone.
I know.
Not before me. Sorry.
I know.
But we can run. All right, everybody. Cynthia,
Baba.
Onibay, talk soon. Simbi.
Yeah. Thank you, Baba.
Take care.
All right. CC. So continue? What's your take on that one? Hello, CC. Oh, is it me? Hello?
Oh, I'm still here. Is she there?
I can hear you.
Okay. All right. So, Sisi, take it from there. What's your take on that one about sponsoring wedding for your children?
I think if you can afford to, as a parent, I think it's your responsibility, like maybe your final responsibility for them. Why not? To give them a token of your, like a gift, right? It's a gift for them so that at least the financial burden wouldn't be on them. If you and your husband, or even you as a parent, you can afford to, why not? Why wouldn't you want to, right? But I would prefer to give them that money that they're spending. Rather, I'd give them the money for a property, like as a deposit on a house, or or give them the money and they put it towards a house. I think that's better use of the money. Yeah.
I think this is where I am kind of differ a little bit, my sister.
Really?
Yes, I'm sorry. I have to say it. I don't think anybody should be getting married if they can't sponsor their own wedding.
Okay.
Yeah. That, to me, that's like a red flag. It means you are not ready. Okay? Because in marriage, as time goes on, you guys gonna find yourself in situations whereby you have to manage your resources. You have to cut down some things. And if you are planning your wedding at this time, and the kind of wedding you and your spouse wanted, you can't afford it, you have to be bothering other people to sponsor the wedding for you. No. I think you guys are not supposed to be married.
But then, Ben, if we think about it from an African perspective, when you're young, they want you to marry before you're 30, right? They're forcing these kids to get married when they're under 30, okay? Even 30 is too old. A lot of these kids are getting married at 20, 21, 22. So where do you think they're going to get money to do a wedding? You as the parent that's forcing them, instead of them to fornicate, instead of them to have child out of wedlock, you want them to marry before they're 30, before everybody starts harassing them. Where are they supposed to get money as a young couple to do wedding, realistically? Of course, you as a parent that will sponsor and help them get on their way. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I wouldn't be asking other family members, but if you're the parent of those kids and you want them to start their relationship, maybe their union earlier, as opposed to waiting. I'm 38. My mom has been waiting for how long for me to get married? Right? I'm not expecting my mom to pay for my wedding. Absolutely not. I'm already established in my career. I have a certain amount of money. I know the type of wedding I'm not even asking friends and family to help me pay for my wedding, the wedding that I will have. But if my daughter now at 21 says, "Oh, Mama, I found the love of my life, I want to marry," and if I want the best for her to get married, am I going to tell her, "Oh, wait until you and your partner have enough money to do wedding"? Of course not. You're going to help them and you're going to pay for the wedding for them.
Can I say something? You can't generalize, because I know for me at that same age, I bought a property. I was earning really good money. So it has to be on a case-by-case basis. But I agree with you in the sense that as a parent myself, if I can afford to pay for my children's wedding, I will. But I told you, my brother, who's obviously my mum's son, he's paying for his own wedding next year. So it's a case-by-case basis. I think we need to be careful not to generalize.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying that. As for me, I am not paying wedding for nobody.
I
Now,
can't hear anybody.
Are you serious?
oh, you can't hear us, Sissy?
I think I heard the end of Honey. I heard the end of Honey Babe. Then it went quiet.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I heard what you said.
I just said that if I can afford to pay for my kid's wedding, I will. But it's on a case-by-case basis. Maybe my first son, I can afford to pay for him. But my second son says, Mum, I'm good to go. I can pay for my own wedding. You don't know. It's a case-by-case basis. And you would have a conversation that this is the budget I have if you want me to pay for your wedding. And they say yes or no. Or either you don't wed or you do registry. There's options. It's not a definitive thing that you pay or you don't pay and nothing happens.
Yeah. All right. As for me though, I agree with the support thing, but I don't want anybody to go and have a wedding they can afford. After the wedding, what will you guys eat?
So Ben, you're not gonna pay for your daughter's wedding?
I am responsible for the traditional. When it comes to the white wedding, they better know what they are doing.
Any wedding. If she says, "Oh, Dad, I'm getting married," maybe she comes to you at 25 and says, "Oh, I want to get married. Me and my partner will obviously, they're not yet financially there." And she says, "Oh, can your mom help us to pay for our wedding?" You're gonna tell her no. Wait until you guys are established.
Yeah, see, I think I understand what brother. I'm on your side, but I hear what he's saying. If you choose to marry at 25 and your parent says no, then the onus is on you to find the money to marry. It shouldn't, if I want to pay for my child's wedding, I want to. It's not mandatory. So
I'm not saying it's mandatory.
If at the end of 25, but what I'm saying, if at the end,
the question because Ben is making it like. It's like
you
wouldn't do it, but you would. If your daughter came to your first daughter, you're gonna want to pay for the wedding if you can afford to.
But this is the argument. You see, we're saying this tradition and everything, but we got the flip side where we talk about the black tax and we talk about the fact that every single time that you got siblings or family in Nigeria that be harassing you for money. I don't have that situation because, as I said, I was born and brought up here. All my immediate family are here. But it's the same analogy where because it's done doesn't mean that we can't change things. I personally have no problem paying for my children's wedding, but someone else may say that, listen, things are different now. The kids, you want to get married, you should be responsible enough to be financially viable to get married. So I hear what Brother Ben is saying in that respect.
Exactly. Thank you, Honey Babe. Even the have started this year Uncle Ben will definitely contribute. Blessing has Uncle Ben, and that is right. I agree with that. I think CC is driving. There's this background.
I am.
Yeah, that's why
I'll mute.
Yeah. So, but here's the thing, though. We have different principles, and we were raised differently. For me as a dad, I've thought about all these things for quite some time now. And to be honest with you, I don't think my daughter should marry a guy that cannot pay for their own wedding.
I knew you was going to say that.
Really? I knew you guys were saying date potential.
I knew you was going to say that.
I'm glad we're coming back to what I asked you the last time.
Exactly. Exactly.
So how is this brother paying for wedding? If you're saying the last show, I asked you, Ben, I said if your daughter comes back with a guy working in wherever, you were the people champion. Oh, you should build with a guy. You should manage a guy at his level. Blah blah blah. So when I was saying, make sure you date a guy that's already established. You were the one of the people champion. Marry somebody wherever they are. Now you're saying you will not let your daughter marry somebody who's not able to get married. To pay for wedding. Ben.
Let me clarify.
Okay, please clarify because I want to basically piggyback on what CC said, but I'll let you land.
Okay, let me clarify my stance. Now, it all depends on our parenting style. For instance, I've been raising my kids, especially my daughters. I've been telling them a lot of things about men, how to find love, how to find men who are serious, men who are focused. And I've been raising my daughter now. She's just 16, and the other one is 11. I'll be telling them the things they should look for, even when they want to make friends. You make friends with serious-minded people. You make friends with students who have good grades, who are involved in their school extracurricular activities, not those who are unserious. Now, when it comes to marriage, if my daughter, after graduation, she's working, the boyfriend or whoever she want to marry is also working, and of course we would have talked, I would have seen the guy, I can tell if this is a guy with potential and all that. But notwithstanding, if they approach me that, hey dad, we want to get married, the boy came and asked my daughter Sandy marry, and I'm like, okay, what's your plan? He said, well, we plan to get married, and we're gonna have court, and then we'll do church, and then we'll do reception, but we just want to have a small wedding that we can afford right now. We have a plan to spend like $25,000 to $30,000. Now you're talking. Now, if I am blessed and God gave me that resources that I can even pay for $100,000 wedding for them, the fact that they already have their plans, they want to have this wedding they can afford. They are not coming to me to say, hey, dad, we find a wedding hall. The wedding hall, it's
something very lavish, you mean?
Yeah. If they say, oh, that we find a wedding hall, the wedding hall is $50,000. We have $10,000. How do they know? You are not ready. That is not how marriage works. Are you?
Yeah, I get you. I remember what I said to you before. I said that I would be happy to contribute, but I would have a conversation. We talk about the budget. I expect, if you want something from me, you don't come to me like, you're paying for my wedding. Mum, I really want to get married. My budget is 40,000. This is the schedule of all the things in the wedding. Could you possibly help me? That type of conversation you would have, rather than, Mum, the expectation that my mum or my dad will pay for your wedding. Exactly how you mentioned it. They would now have a conversation with you. They will tell you, this is our situation, this is our budget. And then you would now decide, okay, I'm going to add another 20 or 30K to it. But you can see they're being diligent because they have a budget. And they now will be breaking down that budget. I hear what you're saying. And that's what I was trying to say if I was paying for my son's wedding as well.
Yeah. And our approaches are different as parents. Like I said, when it comes to financial education, we have our different styles of doing things. For instance, I'm the type of man that I can say, okay, you guys want to have a wedding, I'm supporting you with $10,000, but I want to give you, I won't tell them, after the wedding, I can give you, if I can afford it, I can give you $100,000 as a down payment for a house or for you to start a business or something. That is me setting you up for you to be successful.
Yeah.
I don't believe in lavishness and all that.
I agree.
I think you're saying the same thing as what Cece was saying, in the respect where she said basically that she would rather, because it makes more financial sense. Because if a wedding is gone, once you've done the wedding, you can't physically see it again, apart from photos. A down payment on a house, a deposit for a house. You guys are saying the same thing, but
it's something long term. It's something more established long term.
Exactly. You can physically see it. Yeah, I get you.
So that's just the way it is, and I think we need to start this education as early as possible. We have to start teaching these young folks some life lessons and how
financial education is very, very important, and we need to teach our children even when they're small. I think that's what you're saying. You're saying, isn't it? Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. So we just have to, like, for instance, all my kids, they are on allowance. They are on monthly allowance, from the eldest to the youngest. They are all on allowances, but they are not getting these allowances if they don't meet up the expectations that I set for them. For instance, every month, they know once school resume like this, before your allowance hit your Cash App account, you have to send me your grade and I will verify. I know, don't start with me now, Sissy and Honey Baby.
No, I love that. I do the same thing for my son. Something similar. My son has I think it's good. I think kids need to learn accountability from young, and
Exactly.
also
Yeah.
money management
Yeah.
from young. And they see their parents buying everything, and they can become entitled. Like my son, there was a period where he will go to the shop. He will go to the shop. Mommy, I want this. I want that. I want. And I'm like, excuse me. You don't just enter the shop and you just start grabbing stuff off the shelf and dumping it into the. When kids are younger, like toddlers, they just enter the shop. They start grabbing something and having a tantrum because they want it. Hello, no. And as he got older, we started doing the same thing. When he tidies his room, when he's being polite, when he cleans away his dishes, when he makes his bed, he has a little bit of change that goes into this card for kids. And then he can spend it on a toy, or he can spend it on a sweet, little things like that. And over time he's learned. And as he's getting older, we make the money more substantial. He can buy things on PlayStation, all these tokens for Fortnite and whatever. He builds up his money. So it's like a reward system for them. And I think it's important for kids to have that, because they just expect that, oh, mom and dad you just go in the garden and you just pull money. No, I'm working hard for this money, and don't be entitled to it. I don't have to spend the money on you. So I think it's good. I think it's a really good idea, especially when you got lots of kids as well. It's good for them to understand the principles of money.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true, because I think I have the similar thing as what Cece has. I have a card, I think it's a NatWest one, where basically I will now transfer money into his account, where basically he has to do certain chores. If he doesn't do the chores, he doesn't get an allowance every single week. So it basically, like you said, it gives accountability of him being responsible. He said he wants a gaming computer. I'm like, fine, but you're going to have to work towards it. So sure.
And then with my son, he's bad at spending money. So he will get the money and he will spend it all on Fortnite, buying all those skins, and then he'll come to me, Mommy, can I have £20 to buy a skin? I'm like, excuse me, you got money into that card. That's your business. You're not getting any money again until the next time your money drops into that account. So he started learning that money doesn't just come like that. You have to pace yourself, learn to space out. It's not always what you want. Do you need it or you want it? Before he would just spend. But now he knows once he spent that money and the money's gone, he's not getting any money again. So it's good. It's good for kids to have that instilled in them from young, because it's something that we need. It's a life skill that a lot of us we didn't really learn that, and it's made us struggle with finances as we've become adults. So it's good to train kids from young.
We have to start teaching them very, very early in life. Uncle Beno is such a Yoruba dad. They care for their children so well. At my big age, my dad still send me money from time to time. I will collect it. I know Kuku get shame when it comes to money. You see, you are an Igbo woman. You are still getting money from Papa. Funny sister. Well, what we're just trying to say here is that people, especially young folks these days, they need to understand living within your means. If you're gonna be married, you don't have to be so lavish on your wedding ceremony. A lot of people are having problems after their wedding ceremony because some people will just incur so much debt, and this is becoming part of the reason people are just losing it in their marriages nowadays. Women made good money these days. Girls will wake up, or those who knows what they are doing, they are making huge amount of money. And girls, you guys are always in competition. God forgive me, I don't know what is wrong with you people. Somehow you are in competition in everything. Women, wedding is competition, clothing competition, car competition, everything competition. I don't get it. So I think we just have to teach young folks that because your friend have $100,000 wedding does not necessarily mean you should do $100,000 wedding if you can't afford it. What matter is the days after the wedding. When I talk to young people, I do tell them this. When they say, Uncle Ben, how this marriage thing they be now? How do you think I can have a good home, sweet relationship with my wife and everything? I would tell them don't focus on the wedding, focus on days after the wedding. Because the moment you both say, I do, you've started your journey. And you don't want to start your journey with regret. You don't want to start your honeymoon having at the back of your mind that a vendor will call you, that you are yet to pay their balance, or maybe somebody you borrowed money for your wedding is going to bug you calling your phone. You don't want to do that. In fact, I've seen a lot of weddings that are done, how do you describe this thing now? When you some economical weddings, let me put it that way. When you just do simple thing, what matters is you are both happy together. As time goes on, just like Man of Prestige suggested, you can have a blast later. You already made it. You have the money. Please, young people that are listening, do not lose good wife or good woman or good man because you want to do a wedding that will pepper everybody. If God bless you to have that wedding, go ahead and have it. I have no issue with that. But when it becomes a pressure, when you have to start going outside your comfort zone because you want to have society wedding, you want it to be trending on social media. You want it to be something all your friends should be talking about. Auntie, no. It's not like that. Those of us that have been in this business for a while, we know that the days after wedding, the years after wedding is what count. It's not that very day. A lot of people won't even remember the color of your wedding after that day. Let's just be honest. If I ask you guys listening right now, the last wedding you attended, or 2-3 weddings before that one, the last one you attended, what was the color? What's the color of the wedding hall? What is the decoration like? You won't even recollect much. So why bothering yourself? Professionally, I've seen a lot of brides not having fun on their own wedding day. I've seen a lot of groom squeezing their faces in their own wedding. Why? Because they put too much pressure on themselves. So
they're calculating the money that's being spent.
So true.
Yeah, they put too much pressure on themselves. You don't want to be in that position. Please, that is not you. And I can tell you from experience, if you found your soulmate, you people are friends, you are happy together, you love each other, that is what matters. As I'm speaking with you right now, I can't even recall a lot of things that happens on my wedding day. Only the few negative things is what I remember and the few good things. And at the same time, I remember people who gave us huge money. I remember the chairman of my wedding occasion, he gave us 25,000 naira. And that was back in 2010 when we had our wedding. 25,000. My eye opened twice. Me that I just came from youth service. All the last card where I get, now I crash. Although my wife came from America, my wife get money, not be with the wedding, not be wild for her. But for me, as a man, a stubborn Yoruba man, I got to take care of business. But still, and that's why I love my wife till tomorrow, we both agree on what we want to do. I was not stressed out. We still have a very beautiful wedding. Our wedding was in Festac, beautiful church, beautiful reception. But by the time we finished that wedding, in fact, I don't empty.
He didn't break the bank. We didn't break the bank,
but it's heavy on me because I just came from youth service. I came from youth service February ending. My wedding was slated for April. So 2 months, I don't even have formal job at that time, but I've always been guy who do so many things. So even while I was in service, I was saving because I know we planned that wedding for like almost 16 months. So I was saving. So I have to empty my savings. But my wife is from America. When you come from America, you bring dollar. You don't even know waiting day, So we bought our wedding dress, suits, everything. We make the plan. But the first plan that was drawn for us by the wedding plan and everything, when I look at it, I'm like, And I love my wife. My wife has always been the type that we both have that, we have that chemistry. The moment I look at someone and I say, babe, you know, say I just come from service now. What money you see waiting I get. If I tell you I take raise this money, self, and she's like, see you. Shabina, you they brag, say make her the come from America. No, I don't come now. Oh yeah, you know, and we laugh about it. But my wife did what she has always been doing. We've been together for ages now. She looked at the list and she started cutting something off the list. The moment she's removing something from the list, I was happy, like, thank you. She removed a lot of things and then she went back to the planner and the family people. She's like, babe, don't even come. Don't worry. I saw that. They went back, they sorted it out, and then we had the wedding. I did not break bank, but I got broke because I emptied everything. Now, why am I saying this? When we got to the reception, and the first thing the chairman did was to give us 25,000 naira. Whoo! In 2010, my brain go, yeah. Baba God, thank you. What today? Money don't come. And a lot of people showed up. I've always been this kind of guy that I help a lot of people. I was doing academic research. So I have clients who are directors. I have clients who work in the bank, so many places. And they showed up. They gave us gift plenty. You know? So the bottom line is, what matters is that you are both happy. It's not about that day. As I'm talking to you right now, every now and then I will still go through our wedding pictures and everything. I will look at it and I will tell my wife that, babe, we go to do this wedding. No? Even though the wedding was like really good at that point in time in 2010. But now, being in the position I am right now, I'll still look at that and say, babe, we are doing this wedding. No? This wedding anniversary go bad. I don't already the plan, even though I never tell her now. I don't the plan in my head already. I want this wedding anniversary. I'm a to the whole wedding shady. It's either we carry it to Nigeria or we move people from Nigeria down here. Whichever way it's gonna be, the anniversary will be bam. But why? Why am I thinking like that? Because now I can budget. I can say, okay, this is what I'm going to spend on this wedding, and I don't have to stress anybody about it. So that's the lesson I want you guys to take away from this. And like Man of Prestige said, it's better you just do it a little. Have a happy home. 5 years, 10 years down the line, do whatever you want. You know, be happy together. Don't make your wedding become a stumble block or a Mack truck that will run both of you down. You feel me? Your family may talk, your brother, sister, friends, they may talk, they may say all kind of things. They may say, which kind of thing with this one now? How you go use that hall? Why not use this hall? I remember when we were about to have my wedding, somebody suggested we should go and use one hall. At that time in 2010, that wedding hall goes for 450,000 naira. The wedding hall that was recommended for us. My wife look at it and say what thing happen? 450K for wedding. I beg, which kind of money we want to wait? How long are we going to be in the hall? The hall that highest we were there for maybe 4-5 hours. My wife trashed that in a way. And that's why I've loved this woman so much, because she helped me make the most difficult decisions. You know, there are something that ego will not let us accept as men. If you leave it to me, I would rather go borrow money and say, you know what, we'll go get that hall. This guy where they come from America, we won't have wedding. But my wife look at it and be like, what the crap? She scrapped the thing away and said, we are not using that hall. And then we start looking for another hall, and then we found a better hall in Festac. So that's the point. Look at us now. At that time that we were having a wedding or something, I think my eldest daughter was 2 years old. Now she's 16. If you go to my Facebook page, you will see my baby there. Now she's 16. Beautiful girl. Now we have other kids too. Amazing children. We are balling. I can't even count how many times me and my wife would call and chat each other every day. Now imagine if we have had that wedding, we go by the budget they gave us at that time. Wow. And you know how the wala go come? You know, I told you guys I'm gonna do the Imported Husband series so you guys can learn from it. You know where wala go day? If we are gone with the original budget, if my wife have not removed all those things, she scratched up the wedding list, I would have been in debt to the tune of about, after that wedding, my debt could get close to 2.5 million or something. And guess how that thing will cost wala for us? I don't have a job. I'm still doing, side hustle. After wedding, my wife came back to America. If we have gone by the original plan, wala will start because I will now start thinking of how to get money from my wife. My wife has been in the US 5 years before I joined her. I never asked money from this girl one day. And I did Nigeria. I never tried to say, oh, let me scheme, let me think of a way to get money out of this lady. Not me, over my dead body. But imagine after wedding, if I'm owing people 2.5 million, 3 million naira, and I don't have a physical job, Madam there for US, what do you think will happen? I'm going to start lying. I feel tell her, I say, babe, Caterpillar don't jam my uncle for village, or the uncle will... Honey, babe, I'm sorry, my sister. I just feel like I have to mention these things for young folks to learn. These are how pressures comes. So if I pressurize her, I started lying to her, started giving her flimsy excuses. Today, she has to spend maybe $300. A month later, I collect $500. For person where they Yankee, they raise children all by herself, and they work. Maybe I don't come to Yankee, I don't see how it could be. It will get to a point that she's going to say, no, I'm not giving you a dime. And then how do you think I will feel in Nigeria? I will now start blaming her for the whole wedding thing. If not for you, I would have stayed on my lane. You are the one who made us to have this wedding. Now I'm paying for it. You don't want to support. Wahala good day. You see all those sweet phone calls we're having. Hey, baby, what's up? I've never been to US, but I've known a lot of things about US even before I came, just because we are communicating. So young folks, listen. If you can't have a luxury wedding today, that is not the end of your life. What matters is that you have a sweet relationship with your spouse. What matters is that you have a peaceful marriage. You have a loving environment around you. You work together. Okay? If you can't afford if you are in Nigeria, for instance, if you can't afford a 50 million naira wedding, because even 50 million naira wedding for Nigeria now managed wedding. You guys should tell me. Noye, Simbi, are you there? Simbi, tell me, what is the average cost of a society wedding, a big wedding that we trend in Nigeria? What do you think that wedding will cost now?
Over maybe 200 million naira.
Okay. So in other words, anybody that has a wedding of maybe 50 million naira, you are just scratching the surface. But don't worry. That is not what matters. Okay? What matters is that God bless your marriage. God gives you a happy home. You see, that 50 million naira wedding you managed to have, by the time God is done with you and your spouse, you will have 150K, 200 million naira wedding anniversary, and you'll be okay. There is no need to dance to the gallery. All the people that comes that you are trying to impress, oh, we do this, we do that. Look, I'm a professional wedding videographer and photographer, and I can tell you right now, all these things are vanity upon vanity. If you have the money, it's fine. Amazing. If you can afford the resources without stress and it won't put any pressure on you and your spouse, go for it, girl. You deserve it. Hey, welcome, Sister Natu. But if you know it's going to be a financial burden on you and your spouse, please don't do it. It's better you guys are happy after wedding than to become enemies after wedding. And for men, if after wedding we are strongly financially, we cannot give you that happy home that you desire. Okay? Women are stronger than men in some of these issues. I'm just going to tell you guys now, as simple as it is. Some of these issues, women, you guys are super, super stronger than men. You see, we men, once we don't have money, nothing they make sense to us. I don't know, maybe all these Gen Z are wired differently, but men from my generation, if we not get money, forget to nothing where you they do where they impress us. Now money we they think about, but once money they pocket, our ego go rise now. Then we can be that sweet husband that you wanted. So that's just what I have to tell you guys. So, honey babe, as we're rounding up, what is your final take, my sister? Then I'll go to Simbi.
Look at your budget. Look at your budget. Yeah, that's what I would say. Look at your budget. And if you can't afford it, look for alternatives. There's no shame in going to registry. And then 10 years later, look at this lovely, 10 years later, 20 years later, you can have a massive wedding. It's, it's better to be in your budget. And then over time with your spouse, build up the money and then have a fantastic celebration of your marriage together. That's all I would say. Just be wise. Be wise. That's all I have to say. Thank you, Brother Ben. I got to go. I'll speak to you later. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
All right, Simbi, let's round up together. Hello, Simbi.
Uncle Ben, I'm here.
Yeah, let's round up together. And man, I don't work. All the video where I define myself, they don't down. I don't work for this America. Hey, Omo. Go easy. So Simbi, as we're rounding up, let me ask you a couple of questions and then you give us your final take. Do you think people, especially young couples, do you think they are under pressure in Nigeria to have an elite wedding style kind of in Nigeria?
Yes.
A society wedding. You think they are under pressure to have it?
Yes. And the internet is the leading cause of that. When you go online and you see luxurious weddings, especially if those people are relatives or friends, you start feeling pressured. And then people want to meet up or even surpass what their friends or relatives are doing. Yeah.
And what would you say to them?
Okay.
Yeah, what will you say to them? Hey, yes, TV, my sister is here. What's up, mama? More fresh. And now they see you now. Welcome, everybody. God bless you all. Oh, thank you. Please go and subscribe to Yes TV. Especially if you are interested in empowering women and educating women, go and support my sister. She's doing an amazing job there. Sister Natu, our own sister. In fact, Sister Natu, I need to even text yourself. I want order again. Sister Natu is selling Qualisa products. It's perfume, oil-based perfume, and they are very, very good. Oh, those are really, really good. So please patronize my sister. And also, Sister Natu has a donation. He has a foundation where she helps women with cancer in Nigeria. She helped them to go for checkup, mammograms, and all that. And this thing costs a lot of money. So please, I kept saying that I am not a born-again Christian like that, but I do understand the principles of giving. When you help some people, at their downtime, God sees that, and God will help you in return. Whatever you can donate to this project. It's not easy to take up project like this, and Sister Natu is doing an amazing job for that. So please, 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 anything. If you can't send in pounds or dollars, even if na naira, take the account and just put something there. It doesn't matter how small it is. God sees your mind, and God sees that you are actually trying to help humanity. So please, Egjo, Edakun, let us seek the face of the Lord first. I tell my friends mainly, when some of them ask me that, Ben, show us way now, waiting day now. I already tell them, I say, no way. I don't know any way. The only way where I know be safe, I obey the 10 commandments. I try to help those in need. And it doesn't matter. Even if now one plate of food, now I buy one plate of food. What matters is that God sees my heart. God sees that I'm actually doing what He wants us to do. So please, if you have the opportunity to help people, please help. God has His way of paying back, okay? All right, Simbi, sorry, I just have to quickly do that shout out to my sisters in the chat. So Simbi, if you are going to advise people in Nigeria, especially young ladies like yourself, what would you tell them about this wedding thing? Would you say they should be charging family and friends for wedding?
No, don't charge anyone, because first of all, the economy is very, very funny now. Let me put it that way. I don't want to sound negative. People are trying to make ends meet. So you
Right.
charging them for your wedding that they are not going to be in the marriage with you. Come on. That's ridiculous and very, very unfair.
Yeah.
I personally think that instead of a luxurious wedding, why don't I make investments, like landed properties, draw out a very nice business proposal and just execute it. And again, I would not like to pressure my parents into paying for my marriage, because I kind of feel like if I'm ready to get married, I'm telling them that I'm matured and I know what responsibility means.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would not also want to get married to a man who is not who doesn't know anything about financial discipline, who depends on his parents to make decisions like that for him. Like, for example, they want to sponsor the wedding. It's not coming from his. They can actually support, but let the money come from his pocket. Let him make like 80% of the contribution he wants to for his own wedding. Because
Yeah.
whether you like it or not, the moment you start allowing your parents to take care of things that you are supposed to take care of, you are indirectly giving them that room to control your marriage. That is exactly what I am trying to avoid. I don't want anybody coming to control my marriage. But when you show them that, okay, yes, I'm capable, I'm matured enough, I know what responsibility means, I can handle my own thing, that does not mean that you cannot accept support. But when you show them that you can handle your own thing, every other thing they give you is like plus. You end
Yes.
up, using it for something much more important than just feeding people and spending money on drinks and all the other stuff people do for weddings. That's just
Thank you. Thank you very, very much, my dear. I appreciate your input. And just to back up what you said, for me personally, getting married to a man who cannot provide for his own wedding is a no-no.
say
In
no.
a nutshell, I do believe there are situations whereby the boy or the man alone may not have the ability to pay for everything. That's why it's a marriage. Your teamwork started at that point when you start planning your wedding. Take note of that. So if he can't cover everything, you lady, you have to step up.
Yes,
You
I
have
can
to
support.
step up. Yes, you have to step up. And if there are any time you can even do 50-50, marriage, especially wedding ceremony, is a very good time to do that. If wars come
I
to
agree.
wars to, but when it comes to traditional, I don't want you to pay a dime. I don't know if you are listening to me, young ladies out there. When it comes to traditional wedding, the main traditional, when they are paying the bride price and other things that the family will ask the groom to bring, do not add a dime of your money. Listen to me, young ladies. As your uncle, your coconut head uncle, I got to be frank with you. One dime of your money must not be part of what they will use to pay your bride price. I do understand that as a result of desperation, as a result of age not being in favor of many young girls, they do end up trying to say, okay, babe, I will support you. Just go, whatever my family asks, and let me add this money. No. Let your husband go there and fight it out himself. Traditional wedding ceremony is not a court. I know people have this negative narrative that some family, they will charge you an arm and a leg. No. Go there and negotiate. You are the man.
Exactly.
Okay? You are the man. You're gonna end up being the head of your household. You're gonna end up being in so many situations. You don't even know how many negotiations you are going to make in your life. In fact, let me tell you, with the kind of women we have nowadays, all these smart, educated, intelligent women, you as a man, you will be negotiating almost every day. Well, one, you go negotiate in the morning, you negotiate in the afternoon, everything you have to negotiate it with your woman. So go to your in-laws' house during that introduction stage when you have to pay the bride price. Go and start negotiation. You won't talk, but just go with people who can negotiate and learn. That is what makes you the man. So that's my advice. If you don't have money to do huge societal wedding or all this luxury wedding and all that, fine, but saved up money to do your traditional wedding. It gives you a lot of advantage. Okay?
And respect too.
Yes, it gives you that confidence to sometimes tell your wife that, babe, remember, I paid the bride price. Yeah. I know Dr. Akpoki said, if you have to tell your wife, if you have to introduce yourself to your wife, it means you are poor. But let me tell you, there are times that you still have to remind your wife that, hey, I'm the husband here. Yeah, I paid the bride price. I think I've lost count of how many times I've threatened my wife that I'm going back to collect my bride price back. Especially anytime when madam no cook the kind of food where I want.
I know.
If madam promise me, say, babe, okay, when you come back tomorrow, I'll cook pepper soup for you. And tomorrow reach, madam no cook pepper soup. I'll tell her, babe, remember, I can always go back and collect my bride price. And she go say, go now. You go end up paying more. So I'm just saying, guys, traditional marriage is your responsibility. Do it, man. Save for that. But when it comes to white wedding, cut your coat according to your fabric. Walk with your wife. And ladies, please listen. If a young man truly loves you and he's hustling, he's doing everything, and then he comes to your wedding, if you are expecting to have a $40,000 wedding, and your man says, hey, babe, what I have, and your man say, hey, babe, what I have is like $15,000. Walk with him. You feel me? Walk with your man. Say, okay, I got you, baby. You have 15? Okay, I think I have like 12. Then plan your wedding around $27,000. That's it. Cut down some shit. And like I've always advised people when it comes to wedding, look for badass photographers and videographers. Then look for a very good decorator. A good event decorator with your hall might not be the best, but when these people work their magic, When
When
they
they are done, yeah.
when they add lighting to the wedding hall, people will recognize it. And if you have a very good photographer, there are some settings in the camera that when he takes your picture, people will think that you are in a 5-10 million naira wedding hall if you are in Nigeria, or even 50 million or 100 million wedding hall. It all depends. We are into these things. You can use a very small hall. There are ways that your media people will cover your event. When people see the picture, they will think, say, how more this babe don't finish everywhere. We teach all these things. Maybe I have to do a session on this for you guys to learn how to have a budget wedding that will appear like a luxury wedding. There are things you spend money on, like your pre-wedding photo shoot. You look for a very beautiful location. Those things don't cost that much. Find a solid location, good background, good scenery. Or if you're going to do it indoor, look for a very solid studio. Good photographers. No manage. All those ones you don't have to manage, because these are pictures. When people see those ones, they are, yeah. So don't stress yourself. Some people want to have wedding, they will say, okay, oh, let's talk about food. So we say, okay, we're going to have jollof rice, we'll have fried rice, we will do amala, we will have continental dishes, we will have kilo day. I'm just telling you guys right now, kilo day. At the end of the day, you will be shocked. Some of those food where you cook now waste, you go waste. Because if you have people who are well-to-do, they know they come party con chop, like say hunger, they worry them. Now, where the way you go do for ghetto or area where people they hungry, now they go come, they chop food. No, at the end of the day, your caterer now you go take those food back. I've seen people do where the way we say after 3-4 days, they turn coolers of rice, they turn them inside trash. So no, you guys need to understand. You don't have to go to all that land. It doesn't matter if you have intercontinental dishes all over. No, if not jollof rice, now if you cook, my dear, cook jollof rice. If not one turkey, if you put it, please. But if you can afford to have salad, you have fruits, table, you have everything, go ahead and do it. The bottom line is, don't put pressure on yourself and don't put pressure on your family member. Don't put pressure on your friends. Don't let people start avoiding you before your wedding day. Don't go and get Ashwebi that will make people not read your WhatsApp messages. I'm being honest right now. One time somebody won't do event, he go send Ashwebi. The Ashwebi was like $300. So me and my madam, the whole thing will come down to about $600. I tell my mother, I say, babe, you buy the Ashwebi. Me, I know they buy the Ashwebi. I would rather go to the hall with my $300 and spray him money. You know? Because it doesn't make no sense. If I buy the Ashwebi $300, I still come to your event. At least, if I no spray, I will spray at least $200. If I say I cut, I will spray $100. It adds up. If you call me stingy, call me stingy. But I'm just telling you guys what is obtainable. You don't have to break bank. You don't have to put yourself in a situation whereby you start regretting after the event. Thank you very, very much. So, what is your last word, Simbi? I've done 2 hours already. Like play. Give me your last word, Mama.
Okay. Just kill the spirit of competition, or that spirit that you want to do better than a friend or a relative. I think that's the problem most of us have. Always want to, and it's not like we want to do better because we love that person. We just want to show the person that we can do better.
Yeah.
Spirit of competition, I don't like it. That's the reason why I don't keep a lot of female friends. I can't deal.
Don't worry.
I can't deal.
You still need your single friend anyway. All right, my dear. Thank you very much.
Most of them off.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much, everybody. I have some shows that I'm gonna publish on the other channel, and I'll still publish some here. In fact, there are so many things to react to. There is a video I shared with my team in the I shared this video with the VIP group. It's a video of a black, it's a skit. They are making skit anyway. I don't think it's really that serious, but that skit depicts what is actually happening in our society today and what young people can learn. Thank you, my sister Didi and Honey Babe. Didi and Honey Babe actually helped me look into the matter, and they made some recommendations. So please, I'm gonna do a reaction show based on the recommendation, and I will post it here. You can come and watch it.
The car. Why you act like you was finna get out the car? Why you can't just say what you gotta say in here? I want to hear the conversation.
Everything around
I want to hear the conversation.
You don't own me, and I don't own you.
It's not about me owning you, but you can stay in the car and you can continue with your phone call.
What we're gonna do? We're gonna try this shit again. I'm gonna get on my fucking phone call, and I'm gonna step out the door. And what you gonna do? You gonna sit here and be like a little girl that you are, and sit here in this front seat and wait till I get back.
Okay, we gonna see.
I'm having a grown man business.
Try it. We gonna see.
Yes, I'm sorry, baby.
What? What you say? What you finna say? What was you finna say? And who the hell is you on the phone with? Stop playing with me.
All right. That's a snippet of the video. I'm gonna react to that, and I will share some of the things that my sisters advise in the VIP WhatsApp group. I will share with you guys. You guys have to learn. Young ladies, young boys of nowadays, you una to get hot temper. A lot of little things that are not supposed to be anything, you made it become so toxic. Minor issues that you can easily resolve, just talk about it, you turn it to drama. And then you'll be wondering, oh, why don't he love me again? It's like he doesn't love me no more. Oh, he's disrespecting me. And then even the boy will start saying, oh, she's aggressive. I can't stand up. So I'm going to talk about this, and there's just so many things to react to, and I will be posting them gradually. So next week, we have other shows lined up. I will share it in the VIP group. Anyone they select that we should work on, that's the one we're going to deal with. One of my sister in UK, Omolara, she wants us to talk about this idea of parents choosing or pressurizing their kids for marriage. Auntie B has done a lot of show on that, and Auntie B gave many fantastic advice. A lot of aunties and sisters on Obodo Yimbo TV, they have spoken about that. I think you ladies have to go to Auntie B channel and watch many videos as far as that parental pressure is concerned. So next week, we will look at some of these parental pressures and what you can do in order not to feel somehow annihilated by your parent just because you never marry. Okay, there are so many lessons to be learned. She had a long conversation with me, and I kind of see the sense in what she's saying. For instance, I'm gonna be honest with you. When it comes to these parents and when it comes to these parents determine who and when their children will marry or something, my traditional man head, as I did like this now, for my mind, I did. They talk as if my daughter no marry Nigerian man, wahala go happen. Wo me o nigba ni. But that's not how it's supposed to be, because nowadays these children, they don't even send you. If you say if they no marry from here, wahala go, they go do their marriage. They don't even call you safe, and nothing will happen. So we're gonna be having conversations on those issues next week. Thank you guys very much for being part of all the shows we have this week. Comfort, Adagri, Vicky, all the social media freelancer team, we appreciate you. My sister D, thank you, Mama, CC, Honey Babe, and of course, the boss himself, Man of Prestige. He was here earlier, and if you watch this video, you're gonna learn one or two things from Man of Prestige. Please, I beg you again, we are not just making these videos for clout. We're not just making this video because we want YouTube money. I've told you guys myself, YouTube is not paying me that much. How much this channel has made so far now? Maybe about $120 or something, ever since it was monetized. So it's not about the money. It's about the values that you can gain just by listening to people come on the program. And I've told you guys, I am not a marriage counselor and expert. I'm far from it. I don't even get any idea, and I don't get patient to listen to people who be say they already made up their mind. But one thing I know I can do is that I can always talk to people and invite them over to our platform, and they can share their experiences with us, and we'll learn from that. So thank you for being part of my channel. Thank you for everything you do behind the scene. All the people who text me, send messages, contribute to our discussions when we have them on. God bless you. We are not taking all this for granted. Without you, this channel wouldn't have been what it is. And that is why I'm especially grateful to Auntie B of Obodo Oyinbo TV. Auntie B and my sisters and brothers from Obodo Oyinbo TV, they did amazing job to let us have this channel take off within a very short period of time, and we get to where we are now. My sisters from the Prestige family, thank you very, very much. We are trying, okay? We are trying. We will get there. Until I come your way again, my name is Benuriu. If you want to call me by my Yoruba name, you can call me Ayomide, okay? I know you guys don't know that, right? My Yoruba name is Ayo. So if you want to call me by my Yoruba name, just call me Ayo. All right, thank you very, very much. I really appreciate you all. God bless you for always being part of the show. If you have not liked the show yet, please hit the like button. And till I come back again for another amazing show, this is me signing out. See you all and stay blessed.